If you're in danger of losing your home, what you should do is give Keeping You Home Real Estate Consultant a phone call at 804-349-6120. Our mission is to make sure that every homeowner that purchases a home retains the right to keep it. Keeping You Home Real Estate Consultant can help you avoid this. They have the ability and the experience to save your home. Keeping You Home Real Estate Consultant.
Dogwood Trace Golf Course, located on Homestead Drive here in Petersburg, Virginia. Formerly Lee Park Golf Course, the facility was shut down for 4 years due to the destruction caused by Hurricane Isabel. In 2007, the city of Petersburg purchased the property. The golf course was completely renovated and reopened to the public in 2008. The newly restored Dogwood Trace Golf Course now boasts 4 sets of tees, tight tree lines, and fast greens to provide an enjoyable test for golfers of all calibers. The challenging par 3s and par 5s, combined with premium A1, A4 bent grass greens, and plush 419 Bermuda fairways to guarantee each and every player a satisfying golfing experience.
My name is Leslie Spade, well known as Sarge. Everybody around the golf course calls me Sarge. I've been working here for almost 5 years. I'm in charge of the marshal and starter at the golf course. Dogwood Trace is one of the best golf courses in the Tri-City area. A lot of people come from all over the state, come into play, and the first thing they question to ask is the private golf course because the greens are so good and the golf course is so nice.
My name is Michael Swope. I'm the assistant golf professional here at Dogwood Trace Golf Course, located in Petersburg, Virginia. We are right off of 95, right next to the Petersburg High School. And we offer 18 holes, carts included, 60 golf carts, driving range, putting green, chipping green, as well as a clubhouse that we're about to finish here in the fall months. The clubhouse will have a full-service bar, grill, restaurant, pro shop, and conference room for our business leaders in the Petersburg area. We are using the same brand as the city of Petersburg, and we embrace the I Am Petersburg, Virginia golf logo, as most of our merchandise and apparel support that. We are a municipality, so it's not a private course. We're a municipality to where anybody in the city of Petersburg is able to come out and play. Open to the public, offer memberships to those who want the memberships. Cater to a very specific clientele, kind of a blue-collar facility with some upscale flair to it. Host a lot of fundraisers, host a lot of outdoor events, a lot of fire departments, police departments. McEachin and G do tournaments out here.
Here's a question for every parent out there. If you could fast forward 20 years to see how your kid's doing in life, would you do it? Well, we can't time travel yet, but we can see the future better with the new Common Core state standards in our schools. They set clear goals for every stage of learning, and they're the same for everyone no matter what zip code you're in. So you can be sure your student is really grasping what she needs to know to get to graduation and beyond. Find out how it all works at commoncoreworks.org.
Today, 400 years of history abound around Richmond's waterfront, still alive and vibrant with commerce and trade. Discovered 8 days after Jamestown, Richmond is located at the falls of the James River, the transition from Piedmont Plateau to the coast plain. Richmond continues to be a city of contrasts and multiple perspectives, as it has served as Virginia's capital. The city's central location made it an ideal hub and crossroad for Native, African, and European cultures statewide. Richmond is a nexus of true American history in Virginia. Richmond's story, with its unique lifestyles of America's founding fathers, their homes, farms, and plantations. African American heritage dating back to the pre-colonial era is intertwined within the countryside and the nearby city of Petersburg. By the middle of the 1850s, the city of Petersburg was home to the largest free black population in Virginia, counting among its residents many prominent figures who contributed enormously to the city, state, and region. Both Richmond and its sister city Petersburg are gently nestled in the center of Civil War battlefields which dot the countryside and point to the strategic importance of Richmond as the capital of the Confederacy. The Civil War changed the social climate in Richmond and opened the doors for new opportunities in the African American community. One such innovator, Maggie Walker, would rise to prominence by establishing the first bank in the country to be owned by an African American woman. Maggie Walker, a product of high-stakes and tumultuous changing times. Her mother was a freed slave who had worked for Elizabeth Van Lew, an abolitionist and Union spy. Maggie Walker would later create a legacy which began in Richmond and went on to change the nation.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trembling of the vintage, where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
The Nurse Dolls presents exciting educational tools for STEM careers, DVDs, books, and of course the Nurse Dolls, Nurse Nicole and Nurse Linda. For more information, visit our website at thenursedolls.com or call 863-221-1778. The Nurse Dolls. Play smart.
Every 2 minutes, someone is sexually assaulted. Half of victims are under the age of 18.
Children are told by their abusers not to tell.
I have to keep it secret.
Most children know their abusers.
I don't have to keep a secret.
If you can't tell your parents, tell someone else.
And keep telling and telling until someone listens.
Always tell if someone tries to touch you. I don't have to keep a secret. I have the right to be protected, to be left alone, to express my opinion. I have the right to be free. To be free. To be free. I have the right to be free.
Are you keeping a secret?
If you're being sexually abused, you're not alone.
It's not your fault.
There is someone who can help.
My name is Dr. Nicholas Langley. I'm with Longwood University. I'm their Director of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. We are running an entrepreneurship class here in Petersburg for the Chamber. This is our 7th Upstart Entrepreneurship class, and we are very happy to be here. We've had some great success with the class. This whole program is a partnership between Longwood University and the Small Business Development Center.
The goal is to have the businesses open up, help them with some of those startup costs, because we all know that those first several months all you're doing is stroking checks. This program is there to help curb some of that expense that you get before you start making your first sale.
I think it's just an excellent program. I really do. I really think it's very helpful for those individuals, particularly those ones who just need a little bit of extra push or even I've heard in the class some of the ones who have existing businesses that still say, hey, I've learned something by being here. I didn't even think about this. And so that's what we try to do, be as a resource for those individuals.
My job here is to make sure that you understand how to get your finger on the pulse of your business. Your accounting is the heart of your business. If you don't know who owes you money and you don't know who you owe money to, if you don't know how much it costs to operate your business, then you're doing your business a disservice.
And I'm going to kind of try to tell you what makes bankers nervous. I'm going to tell you how we make our credit decisions. The SBA, especially for loans under $350,000 on the 7A program, they want you to show that you're going to make money in the first year. My advice to you is to say, even if your gut says, well, I might not make money in the first year, businesses really should probably at least break even the first year. I really want to know, and I really want you to be able to convince me that you're going to be able to repay my loan, or else it makes me extremely nervous.
Sometimes you need to go back to the drawing table and say, you know, what kind of expenses can I cut out, or do I really need, you know, $150,000? Can I work with 100? Because if you're not making any money, the one thing that we don't want to see on your projections is that you're getting a loan and you're losing the loan to make the loan payment. That doesn't make any sense. Go back to the drawing board and see what you can cut out, or you know, maybe you're asking for more than what you really need to start with.
What you're doing when you're branding is you're trying to decide, how do I want people to think about my business? And you're the leader of the brand because you're the owner. So everybody who works underneath you and everybody who interacts with your brand, either through your products or through you or your employees, all of that is the brand responsibility. So it's really important to train your people to understand how your products come across and how you're perceived, and make sure that it's the way that you want it to be.
We have 9 entrepreneurs vying for 4 spots. Our judges have a copy of each of your business plans. Our participants, they will do their presentations 2 to 5 minutes. Judges will be able to ask questions.
I'm Catherine Oakley. I am the owner of South of the James Publishing.
My name is Paul Meyer. I'm with the Virginia Vegetable Company.
We'll be the first craft brewery in Southside Virginia, really south of Richmond.
The Bubbling Basket Boutique. It actually started, I've been making baskets for roughly about 10 years.
My name is Diane Northern, and the name of my organization, or the consulting firm that I'm going to be starting, is called the Northern and Associates Educational Consultants.
So I'm Donnie Cornwell. My company is Local Vibe Cafe.
Andrea Hungens, and we are Petersburg Provisions.
My name is Ann Rogers. I am the owner-operator of BBW Clothes Closet.
Hi, I'm Tom Bandy with Bandyworks. I'm part of the Petersburg Chamber Small Business Grant Program. We just finished a 6-week intensive program to prepare our business plans, and if we're the fortunate ones that win, we get some money to help grow our business right here in Petersburg. My business is an existing business. I'd like to open up an office to build a customer service for our new product, Quick Data, that serves the convenience store marketplace.
My name is Paul Meyer, and my company is the Virginia Vegetable Company, and I'm basically going to do a half-acre to like a 1-acre farm in Petersburg, and I'm going to provide like a small local food hub for other farmers and myself to provide local fresh produce, organic food brands.
My name is Donnie Cornwell. I am the owner of Local Vibe Cafe. It's a farm-to-table, fast-casual bowl restaurant. We really want to focus on organic food and want to bring people together and connect them with the local farms and also with the local produce, and really give them kind of the healthier way of living, but we want to do it in an artistic way. And it's really going to it's really going to add to the local vibe and the local flair around the Petersburg area.
Hi, I'm Andrea Hungens. We are Petersburg Provisions. We will be a local grocery store here in Petersburg, Virginia. We're really excited to be here, and I look forward to, working with the community, have people tell me what they want, let me bring it in for you and all that good stuff. And I'd like to thank the Chamber for the opportunity that they gave us, and I'm just so excited to be a recipient, and it makes me feel very proud.
I thought the classes were great. I mean, it was wonderful to be talking with other people at the same time that we're working to open our business and they're working to open their business. You're really sharing ideas. We're all at different levels in the process. And so ultimately now I have a network of other people that we'll be able to partner with, particularly for food service and some other things that we'll be doing at the brewery.
Again, we thank you for watching What Works RVA TV, where we highlight people, places, and things. Today we're here with J.D. Young of J&G Consulting. We're here at the Hunting Quarter Baptist Church in Stony Creek, Virginia. Come on, let's go inside. How did this happen with J&G Consulting? I mean, tell me the story.
My family's been in construction business for over 100 years.
Wow.
I'm a low country boy from out in Caroline County, and my family are known for preachers and teachers of the community. For many years, I was with the federal government. I was a federal agent doing protection services, teaching churches how to set up security ministries. As going throughout the country, I would walk through and I would see liability issues. So at that point, I started looking around at the ceiling, the floors, and various trip hazards and things of that nature. I couldn't, in good faith, tell churches, okay, you need to work on your security ministry. However, you got other liability, other issues here that were more prevalent than they really need in security.
Sure.
My wife and I set up J&G Consulting Services so that we could help churches and help communities grow.
There are churches who have desire to grow the facilities, or they have a desire to build a new structure, but have not a clue how they're going to come up with the funds for it outside of asking people to give. You help churches see that there are other options in order to foster the projects that they embark upon. You, your wife, J&G Consulting, you've come up with other things other than just how to build a church.
We have, several cost-saving methods that we utilize.
Mm-hmm.
Good example is this facility that we're sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, like a lot of churches do, they had drawings that they had paid for. However, they couldn't afford. This was going to be a little over $1 million facility. It was proposed to knock this particular building down. Well, if they'd have knocked this church down, they would have lost the zoning.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's been very difficult. Not impossible, but it's been difficult for them to build a new facility.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what we did, we came in and sat down with the church and the congregation to say, okay, what are your needs? Well, they were going to build a new 10,000 square foot facility. Well, they already had 7,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, what are your needs? After we dug into to find out exactly what their needs were, it was more space, fellowship space, and classroom space is what they needed. As we got into that, I said, okay, well, how about if we just build you a new fellowship hall? We had another 2,000 square feet. Now they had 9,000 square feet. A whole lot less than spending $1 million in a new structure.
Now, there's another building attached to this building that's between the sanctuary and the new fellowship hall. Tell us about that whole scenario, if you can.
That was a Negro schoolhouse for Sussex County, for this neighborhood. Maybe, I don't know exact dates, but maybe about 40 years ago, a group of individuals pulled that building out of the woods, rolled it up, and attached it to the church because the church needed additional space at the time. Well, you got a historical church, why are you going to knock it down? That was number one. We're proponents of history.
Yeah.
If we don't tell our story, who will?
Who will?
Okay. If we don't keep our story, it's gone. So at that point, with a historical church, what I've shared with this particular congregation is that now, once you put up your facility, the Negro schoolhouse, you have the historical church, now we can have a historical marker, which just happened, and we're going to be dedicating that historical marker out front in March. This particular church is the oldest black church in Sussex County. So if we'd have raised it what would we have? Now they have the historical marker. Now they're setting up their 501c3 and being able to have adult programs, children programs, historical programs, various things of that nature with assistance from the government as well.
You know, there are a number of churches are in the situation where this church was, and thinking that there was no real possibility for expanding the facility, realizing that they need to either restore or build new, but just didn't see it manifest as far as funding. J&G Consulting helps churches with that. See that there is great possibility. As long as you have an existing structure, you have land, you can expand. And again, if you want to be a greater service to the community at large, if you're all about expanding the kingdom, then you have to be able to facilitate that, or you have to be able to house those services that the community needs.
So our mission statement is I know versus I think I know. What is it that you really know? What do you know for sure? And what do you think you know? And so as we started to come together, Jay and I, with our various years of experience in many different areas, we discovered this niche for churches, because many times, especially small African American churches, don't have that set of experience, and so they don't know. So over the years, we saw so many churches being taken advantage of.
We've been speaking with, of course, the owner, J.D. Young, with J&G Consulting, doing a great job here at Hunting Quarter Baptist Church in Stony Creek, Virginia. To contact J&G Consulting, we have their information available for you here on the bottom of our screen.
Soul of Virginia is a multimedia news agency. We are your local to global news source for people, places, lifestyles, and cultures. We offer services to gather, report, publish, syndicate, and produce custom content. You can find us on the web at soulofvirginia.com or email us at info@soulofvirginia.com. Give us a call at 804-649-7400. Soul of Virginia, sharing Virginia's impact around the world.
What you see here is a creation of a student's thought process about creating continuity through circles, about creating connections together. So the students all day have been working in groups and teams to think of ways that they can be better connected to not only themselves here at school, but their community as well. Melissa Rickey, principal at Binford Middle School here in the city of Richmond. I'm here working with talented teachers in an arts integrated base program, which is one of the many reasons why the art carpet is occurring today. So the students have been working all day long in grades 8. First they came out in the morning, and then they transitioned their artwork to grades 7 and 6 to be able to provide some community-based arts enhancement. So everything that you see on the surface is not permanent, that the nature will take it away. So the wind will blow it away, the rain will take it away, the time that elapses will take it away as well. All the materials that you see here are organic, meaning they come from nature. So we have sawdust that's been dyed with organic dyes, we have leaves, we have chalk. All of the materials are relatively free, and students were encouraged to bring in other organic materials as well, such as the sunflowers, acorns, and other types of leaves. So this is an opportunity for students to utilize a material that's already in their community to create something that's temporary, beautiful, and that shares something outside of these walls.
I've observed lots of times the drawing talent that she has, so this is no surprise. I am Michelle Davis, school librarian here at Binford Middle School.
And I'm Taronda Morrison, an instructional specialist for exceptional education.
I think the art has rhythm. I enjoyed myself making panels with the children. I think what they did this year is beautiful and far more extravagant than last year.
it really goes with like the whole vibe of Richmond as a whole, just because it's kind of reminds you a lot of like the murals and the graffiti that are around. You know, you see them all over the buildings, and it kind of reminds you of that, but on the sidewalk and made by, you know, local kids.
The African American Heritage Association of Virginia, AHA Virginia, works to ensure the availability of scholarships and endowments at selected universities. We strive to defray costs and keep tuitions affordable for students who pursue the study of African American history and culture. For more information, visit our website, ahavirginia.com, or email us at director@ahavirginia.com, or call us at 804-649-7400. AHA Virginia, remembering the past and building for the future.
The Virginia Juvenile Justice Association started in 1966. We began our association to provide advocacy for court-involved juveniles. Each child deserves an opportunity to grow into the best person they can, but they need our help. We are the village to make this happen, offering scholarships, providing necessities, ensuring proper training for our professionals. We want to ensure that each child is given the opportunity to be successful.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of What Works RVA. Give us a call at 804-649-7400 to find out how you could be a guest on our show and learn more about this show's sponsorship packages and opportunities. What Works RVA is a production of Solar Virginia, all rights reserved. The comments and opinions expressed by the guests do not necessarily reflect the views of Solar Virginia or this station.
We're at the St. Augustine Catholic Parish, located at 4400 Beulah Road, where on September the 9th from 4 to 9, we will have Crab Feast and Resource Showcase for the Virginia Juvenile Justice Association Capital District. The funds will be used for scholarships, professional development, and providing needed resources for the court-involved juveniles. We hope to see you there.